Today I'm in New Jersey, where my dad currently is, and I'm on my way to pick him up, and then we're gonna go see a very adorable, historic Jersey Shore landmark. This is Lucy the elephant, and she's been a New Jersey Shore landmark since 1881. Today we were here to take the tour, so we headed over to the gift shop across the street to buy tickets. It costs $9 for one standard adult ticket. Look at her toenails! Look at her toenails! We would later find out that every year on her birthday, Lucy gets her toenails painted. So our tour starts in 15 minutes, and Lucy's left hind leg Lucy is 65 feet tall, 60 feet long, and 18 feet wide, and she weighs about 90 tons. She was designed by American inventor James Lafferty, and she was originally named Elephant Bazaar. Lafferty also built another elephant a couple of years later, named Elephantine Colossus. Colossus, located in Coney Island, New York, was twice the size of Lucy, standing at 122 feet tall. It was also known as the Elephant Hotel, and it contained 31 rooms. It functioned as a concert hall and amusement center. It had telescopes in the eyes and themed rooms based on the elephant's internal organs. The left lung room was a museum. Later on, Colossus also functioned as a brothel. A third elephant, named Light of Asia, was built in Cape May, New Jersey in 1884, and this one wasn't built by Lafferty, but since he had patented his elephant building design, he would have had to approve its construction. Light of Asia was meant to help attract buyers for plots of land nearby. It was torn down in 1900. Lafferty had to sell his creations in 1887. Colossus was destroyed by a fire in 1896 after sitting unused for several years. Elephant Bazaar was purchased by a man named Anton Gertzen, who also purchased a Turkish pavilion building from a fair exhibition in Philadelphia and had it moved and reassembled next to the elephant. After Anton's death in 1902, his son John Gertzen purchased the elephant and the Turkish pavilion. John's wife Sophia named the elephant Lucy, and the name stuck. The Gertsons charged visitors 10 cents to tour Lucy and see the view from the howdah on top. The Turkish pavilion was destroyed by a hurricane in 1944. The Gertson family retained ownership of Lucy until 1970, when they donated her to the city of Margate. My dad and I were the only people on the tour in this time slot, which was great because we had lots of time and it was really easy for me to film everything, without the usual added challenge of trying to avoid filming other people during a tour. Our tour started at this tiny ticket booth where the Gertsons made their small children work regardless of the extreme heat or cold. We headed up the tiny spiral staircase inside Lucy's left hind leg and emerged into the belly of the beast, where the walls are painted the appropriately named color gastrointestinal pink. We then watched a short video about Lucy's history.
In 1881, James Lafferty, a Philadelphia engineer and inventor, built Elephant Bazaar, which was Lucy's first name. Lafferty's patented design was based on the world-famous circus elephant, Jumbo.
She wasn't always located on this exact spot. She's actually been moved twice. She's been in this current spot since 1970, and at the time she was in rough shape. The Save Lucy Committee was formed to fundraise for Lucy's move and subsequent restoration. In 1971, Lucy was designated a National Historic Landmark, and by 1974, enough restoration had been done to reopen for tours. Around this time, one of the DuPonts, the wealthy family I mentioned in my last video, happened to visit from Wilmington, Delaware, and ended up donating a fire suppression system for Lucy's body. By 1976, she had a new howdah and new metal skin, and interior restoration began in the 80s. Today, the Save Lucy Committee continues their work to preserve and restore Lucy, with plans to add more features and exhibits in the future. In 1902, Lucy was leased out to a family and converted into a summer home, and they used this tiny room as a bathroom. There's never been any running water though, so water had to be carried up here in buckets and then boiled before use. And as for the question of a toilet, well, let's just say it was a chamber pot situation, and there's a reason the inside of Lucy's trunk functioned as a chute. After that, Lucy became a tavern, but that phase didn't last long because drunks kept knocking over the oil lanterns, and she almost burned down in 1904. During the following decades, the Turkish pavilion operated as a speakeasy, then a rooming house, and then again as a saloon once Prohibition was repealed. In 2020, Lucy was listed on Airbnb as a one-time way to fundraise, and so many people tried to book a stay here that the Airbnb site crashed. Some lucky winners got to spend the night here, but the guests couldn't legally be alone on the property overnight, so a staff member also had to stay on the grounds, possibly in the former gift shop building. And you might be wondering again about the toilet situation, as was I, so I asked about it. It was a porta potty outside. Now, this sounds like a nightmare scenario to me, but apparently a lot of other people wanted to do it, and it was a great fundraiser for Lucy. When it was time to head to the top, we climbed what might be the steepest, narrowest staircase I've been on yet. And stepped out onto this glass panel that looked down into where we were before. But we really couldn't see through it at all, so it wasn't as nerve-wracking as it might have been. From up here, we could see this structure that marks Lucy's original location. After the 1944 hurricane that destroyed the Turkish pavilion and a bunch of the boardwalk here, Lucy was moved back away from the shore a little, to the spot where this brick condo high-rise now stands. That first move was made using horses. In 1970, when Lucy underwent the second move, she was hoisted with house jacks onto a wooden frame that was fastened to I-beams on dollies. Power lines were dropped so that Lucy could be pulled down the street, and thousands of people watched the slow procession. It took 7 to 8 hours to move Lucy the 2 blocks to her new location. The moving date, July 20th, was designated as Lucy's birthday. After signing the guest book, we concluded our tour and exited through the right hind leg. We grabbed some lunch at this place nearby where they offer a vegan pizza option, and it was delicious.